Hello, I'm Sebastian Andrew, and today I'm going to talk about darkness, mostly just dark workers. Dark workers, as opposed to light workers, deal with the things that light workers don't want to. I don't know about others, I'm going to speak about me. And if something I says resonates with you, then welcome to the club. Dark workers prefer to work with the dark, with shades and shadows. We deal with the things that other practitioners are opposed to. Um, One thing that pops into mind, thank you, Abby, is dealing with the abyss. Now, one person's abyss may not be another person's abyss. The abyss, as I've seen other people's definitions of it, is just this vast emptiness that they find, this big bit of night with no stars, no light, no anything. But have they ever sat in that abyss, in that darkness, and listened? Or is it just too scary to be in that darkness with nothing around you, nothing to attach to, nothing to seek? Now, the abysses that I have dealt with aren't empty. And yes, they're dark. Yes, they're huge. But they're full of energy, a different energy than what we're used to dealing with. And 8 times out of 10, they're not empty. Now, Abby's abyss was Abby, a vast intelligence, the existence of a realm after the realm had run its life. And Abby was there contemplating what had gone on in her realm in whatever period of time deities tend to run their realms. Now, if her realm ran as long as ours is running, she's been at it a while. I never asked her age. You don't ask women their ages, certainly not deities. But I got the impression that she's, like I said, she's been at this a while. And her focus, at least when she and I would converse, her focus was on non-human intelligence. Now, yes, she had to deal with mammals. They were part of every ecosystem that she created. But her focus was on plants, on chlorophyll, on green things. For the brief period of time that she was in residence here, she complained about a number of things in this realm. One, our trees are stupid. They're not, they're just slow. And she had forgotten that part because by the time she closed the realm out, by the time it ceased its existence, trees weren't slow, at least her trees. Um, one of our bits of fun was to create a better off mulch list. And there were a few people in my acquaintance that she felt didn't even, they couldn't be mulch. They wouldn't make good mulch. Those were a number of very fun years for me. And she pops up now and again, but not not to stay. I think she's working on starting another realm, starting another place, someplace where she can feel comfortable again. Or maybe she's still contemplating the old one. It could take a while, many lifetimes, many human lifetimes. I mean, even if we figure out the secret of immortality, I think it would take us longer than it would her, or vice versa. Strike that, reverse it, kind of a Willy Wonka thing. Darkness. Darkness is what I was talking about. One thing I like to bring up to people when they talk about light workers versus dark workers is light shines more brightly when there's darkness. If everybody is light, you don't see anybody because they all mesh together. There's no shadows. There's no difference. Now, personally, I would much rather have difference than I would to be the same. A lot of gurus, a lot of people who talk about ascendance and working with energy and working with light, healing with light, healing with energy, they all talk about sameness. We need to be alike. No, we don't. Because if we're alike, where's the fun? There's no fun. We can be, now we the darkness, we can be like goths at the beach. That's one of my favorite lines, though. Because as you can see, I don't get out in the sun much. And I do tend to wear dark clothes. I'm wearing red today so I don't blend in too deeply with the background, which, by the way, that was chosen in the short poll that I ran on the Facebook group. Two people voted, me and my ex-wife, and that was it. So, I mean, the poll is still there. If you want to go to the Facebook group, the link is in the profile, and you can do the poll. You don't have to join the group. I'd rather you join the group so you could speak your mind and be a part of the community. Not just this community. You can be part of the community that I'll be pitching on TikTok until it goes bye-bye. So there's that. Think about that. Think about being different. Even if you still want to explore light workers. Because light workers are okay. They're all higher minded. Mind being the operative word. They work with the chakras pretty much from here up. And dark workers work with the chakras from here down. So we've got the root, the solar, I'm forgetting one, and the heart. There's one between the heart and the solar, I thought. I don't know. I'm sure my critics will tell me. They're good at that. Telling me what I've forgotten or what I got wrong. Anyway, light workers, like I said, mind is the operative word. Light workers deal with things from here up. So they've got the heart, the throat, the mind, and the way out. So, and we, at least me, of the dark workers, deal with the body. We deal with sensuality and sexuality, with the shadows that we have to deal with, shadows of the past, shadows of relationships that fail, or relationships in general. Every relationship has a shadow in one way or another. We dark workers are generally focused on the body. Light workers are generally focused on the mind, which makes it difficult, I think, for light workers to work with the body because they're all dealing with up. And they don't know how to deal with this. They don't know how to deal with a self. They want to deal with the mind. They don't want to deal with the self. They want to put the self aside. They want to take the self and get rid of it. Why? You need the self for the mind to make sense. You need the shadows. You can't get rid of the shadows. You can deal with the shadows. You can deal with the problems that they are linked to. But the shadows are as much a part of you as the light. And I know I've mentioned this before, and Abby will corroborate this. Plants grow best in the dark. Didn't know that, did you? Well, if you did, you did. But think about it. They gather in the sunlight, they gather in the food, they gather in all that energy in the day. Okay? And then at night, when there's nothing to deal with, that's when they grow. That's when they go a little further up or out or whatever. They suck all their food in, they suck all the sunlight in. And they store it up. And then when the sun goes down, they go, okay, we go a little further. I had proof of that. I got proof of that when I started growing my own ginger plants. Because I noticed that each night the stalks were a certain height. When I get up the next morning, they were at least 2-3 inches higher. They'd grown in the night. Proof positive. Probably the only plant I didn't actually kill. At least not right off. But the darkness, being in the darkness, dealing with the darkness, it's needed as much to grow as dealing with the light, working with the light. But both dark and light are energy, forms of energy. I mean, we've had scientists going on for, I don't know, the last decade or so, going on about dark matter and dark energy and how this changes our view of the galaxy, of the universe, knowing that there is darkness that's part of it now. So they've accepted that dark is energy. Now we need to accept that. Now, the light workers need to accept that. It's not something you put aside. It's not something you get rid of. It's part of you. It ain't going away. And if you take it away, if you send it away, then you are removing a vital part of yourself. Think about it. Do you want to be half a person? Do you want to be less than you are? Do you want to be less a deity, less a goddess, less a practitioner, less of anything? No. Be whole. Be complete. Be darkness and light. Be both. Be imaginative. Imaginative. Be yourself. Don't be like somebody else who's telling you how to be. Don't be like a bunch of people who are all telling you how to be. Be yourself. And see where you go. See where you grow. See what you can become. Imagine that.